everybody, Mary say the Victor Will. How's everybody doing today? Amazing, I hope. It's your older than average YouTuber here for another installment of Better Late Than Never, playing with the Arttitude Cosmetics Phoenix palette. If this is something you're into the right place, and you know what you need to do? You need to keep on watching. Phoenix, born from the ashes. In the still of the night, the magnificent phoenix builds her nest. Her golden and red feathers glisten in the early sunrise as she sings a haunting melody that stops the sun in the sky. A spark falls from the heavens and ignites a great fire that consumes her, leaving nothing behind but the ashes. But the phoenix will rise again, born from the ashes. Just like the phoenix herself, you are indestructible and powerful, a force to be reckoned with. Let the phoenix within you shine through. Show off her bold colors, her unimaginable beauty, and perfection. With 25 gorgeous eyeshadows and 4 unique textures, the possibilities are endless. 10 butterly easy to blend mattes, 10 gorgeous reflective shimmers, including high definition foils, 3 diamond eyeshadows with real crystal microparticles, and 2 brand new multi-chromes. With super pigment, intense shifting colors, get ready to be reborn. And my favorite line probably in the whole thing is 100% vegan and cruelty free. So, on to the look. Hello, welcome to another manky day in Vancouver. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna rain. The light is a little blah, so I have to do some studio lights today, but to cheer myself up before I have to go out into that and do a couple errands, we are gonna play with this. So this is the Arttitude Cosmetics Phoenix palette. Born from the ashes. This is it here. Here is the color story. Has a beautiful mirror and it says a phoenix must first burn. So there we go. This is a loaner from my friend Martha. She's happily the last little while keeping me in a few newish releases. Arttitude Cosmetics has a gorgeous new palette and brushes coming, so I'm very excited to show you this palette. Yeah, I've been wanting to try them for forever, and look at this one here. It's actually green when I look at it, and it goes from green to purple, but yeah, here I think here you can see, yeah, so pretty. So I've been enjoying this very much. I decided to play with it a little bit first because this is a pretty neutral color palette, but it has some interesting pops. So I thought I would just kind of play around, see the formula, and it is mighty awesome. So I can see why people like Arttitude Cosmetics so much. So better late than never. Here it is, the Phoenix palette from Arttitude Cosmetics, and let's get into it. So there's a lot of people, like if you want to see swatches and other looks, that have done this palette already. My friend Sylvia Monroe has done some beautiful looks. Teresa Mulhern has done some great looks with this palette. I believe even Make Me Up Missa has. I'm not sure if my friend Rhea has. I can't remember. I've been watching quite a few videos on this, but it is a very beautiful palette. So I've done most of my base already because I thought this didn't seem to have a lot of fallout, and I just thought let's just do it for some time. So I'm just going to take just a little bit of my P. Louise base, and I'm just going to go stick this on top. So if I saved the photos, I may pop in somewhere some of the photos I did of a few of the looks playing with this palette. And yeah, I've been really enjoying it. The mattes are really beautiful in here. Everything blended really nice. The shimmers that I've used are really good too. I didn't, like I said, I was just kind of playing with some of the colors that I wasn't sure of and what I kind of wanted to maybe see what I could create with this. So I didn't try that Phoenix shade in the center there. So maybe we may do something with that. I played with the oranges and a little bit of the red, which I really liked. I played a little bit with the kind of like neutrals with purple, and I really enjoyed that. I think I might have even done a third look. This may be, it's either my third or fourth look with this palette too, because I thought, well, I had the chance to play with it. Let's play with a few colors and see what I think. And yes, I've been liking this. And what I also like is I can read the names on the palette without wearing glasses or having a magnifying glass. So that's pretty exciting. So the one thing I didn't, like I said, I didn't play with the shade Phoenix. And like I said, when I'm looking at it, it goes from green to purple to, yeah, mostly from green to purple, but I do see like variance shades and then a little bit of bronze in there. See, this is a very interesting shimmer, so, or multichrome, I guess. So maybe I might want to play with that. So looking at the shades here, and I used this one before, so I'm going to start with this one as a bit of a base, and this is the shade Broken right there. And maybe we can do a really quick swatch as well. So that's the shade there, Broken. That might be a good base for that shiny shade. I was going to recreate a look, but now that I really paid attention to that Phoenix shade, I think we're going to do this instead. So that could equal a fail or it could equal a win. Let's see. So we're going to use this one as kind of like all over the lid. And then I'm going to do a little bit, I think, of the black to darken the edge. Because I just want to, I was tempted to film a few looks, so if there ends up being another look after this, then I did. But if not, like I said, I've been really enjoying this. I haven't done a better late than never in a while, since I've not really had anything new-ish to play with. But as you can see here, it goes on really nice. The P. Louise base isn't causing any kind of issues, so it's blending really nice. It's a beautiful dark, well, mid-tone shade, dark. I was thinking already of black shade, but yeah, this is going on really nice. I might blend out a little bit with one of the lighter shades near, like on the edges, but as you can see this, and even over, because I have a little bit of like, I don't know from where, but a little bit of kind of like scarring on the eyes. So it does, probably something from youth. And sometimes there's a few spots on this eye where color doesn't like to sit, but this is doing pretty good. Usually it takes quite a few goes, and in this case, it is not. So this is really nice. I was watching Releases and Rants earlier today, and Teresa was saying, I guess she helped with the newish palette, which I have in my new releases that went up on Friday, that they had been playing with, I guess, some formulas, and they've been getting better as they're going along, and playing with the formulas. So I haven't tried anything earlier. I might have mentioned before, I've just have one little pink water activated liner that I was gifted by Sylvia. So I've been always wanting to try them. See how beautiful this is. I've been really also getting more into neutrals. Who am I? When I was younger, well, I guess when I was younger, I either did a lavender eye or I did a bronzy eye. I think those were pretty much my two go-tos through late teens to early 20s, I guess, to mid 20s. Then when I started working in a record store, I stopped wearing makeup, you know, the time of the grunge era. And then I kind of, when I went into pinup and vintage things later on, the makeup, well, actually, no, that's wrong. Then when I worked retail and I was working at Carlton before I worked in the record store, I was a bit crazy on like high-end like Lancome and Chanel and all that sort of stuff. So I did always have a full, and then with CoverGirl foundations, I always had a good full coverage face. But like I said, then when I went into music, I stopped. And then when I went into pinup, I started doing the more vintagey type makeup, and then just before the panini, and then through the panini, I got more into buying and playing with colorful things. But now looking at some of these palettes, there's been a few palettes that have a beautiful neutral Like I've been loving my little P. Louise one. So I've been kind of moving a little bit into the neutrals. So that was a Sigma brush, and now I'm going to go into this one from Spectrum. It's fluffy, but it's still a little bit denser, and I don't know if it has a number on it. It does. It looks like it's their number 12 brush. So now I'm going to go into the shade Fallen, so that is that black shade, and I'm just going to do that to darken the edge a little bit. And then, like I said, we're going to blend out a little bit of a lighter shade on the top. I just thought, and while I really love blown out, winged out looks, I've been kind of digging doing more rounded looks recently as well. So that's been a thing. While I really love, like, is it Make Me Up Missa and Sylvia Monroe, they do these, or another gal in our group, Tia from Tia's Makeup Time, do crazy more blown out looks. And while I like them and I occasionally will try to do them, sometimes feel a little strange going out into public with crazy eye looks. So I've been, especially when I'm filming on days when I actually want to leave my house, I've been trying to be a little bit more the everyday gal with her makeup. So here we are. So just a little bit of darkness on the edge there. Yes. There. See, like it just blends beautiful. We've got intense color. I'm not having any fallout. This is an amazing, I would say, little palette. It's not quite a little palette. How many is there? 5, 10, 15, 25 shades? Yeah, so this is, I can't count, right? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah. When I'm not working and on my computer, I don't want to think about numbers. All right, there we go. I like that. Right? So good. So I think, like I said, I wanted to just do a little bit of a blend out on top. So I'm just going to take a finer brush here. I think this is also, is this a Sigma? No, this is an AQA brush or AOA brush. I got this via, what's that cheap website where everything's like $1? Anyways, can't remember anymore. It's been a while. So we're going to go a little bit into Elevate. So this is kind of this bone shade. When I started makeup, I guess in my Carlton era, and when I first started doing vintage makeup, things like the bone shade was the lightest shade in the palette were always the ones that I panned, because I always used them as a base, because that was before I discovered eye primer. So I always use those as bases and for the full lid, and then I would add a little bit of another color. Oh, did I get a little bit up here? I think I dragged a little bit there by accident of the darker shade. Okay, so let's just a little bit to kind of blend the edge there a bit, and also set, because I think I might have taken the primer a little bit high up, but here we go, just to blend along the edge there, even it out a little bit, and then set a little bit of the eye primer up top there. Here we go. Yeah, I did get a little speckle of the dark there, but there we go. All right, so we're gonna then use the same brush. I'm gonna go into Fallen, which is that black, and then we're just gonna do the edge of our lower lash line. See, that just goes on so nicely. My beautiful clean brushes. I've been using the Sigma cleaner. I've been using all my samples first, but I might do a video on that. If anybody's interested to see how I do my brushes, you'd have to let me know. I mean, I doubt there's too much difference in cleaning how people clean brushes, but I do have a cheater way that I do it, and then I have a more in-depth way that I do it. So there we go. But since I'm borrowing these palettes, I've always wanted to use clean brushes that I've cleaned very well. Okay. And then next up, and then I will still clean the palette. So then I'm going to go back into Broken, which was that shade there, and then I'm going to bring that into the middle. Not too far, because I think I might want something a little bit lighter on the front parts. Just build that into the middle there. There is a slightly lighter grayish, I guess kind of like a beige gray, this is called Growth. That looks really nice too. So there we go, just a little bit there. And then, whoops, I think that's the one we're gonna put up front there. So let's just use a little bit of Growth, and then we're gonna pop that to the front part just to make it a little bit lighter, not too grungy. There is a little kick up depending on what brush you use, but not a lot, and it picks up really easily. So that way you can use it. Yeah, nice, right? Okay, so I'm not, do I have a little, if I have a thin brush here, maybe I can try that. I do. So I'm not really, generally really good with cut creases, but maybe what I might do is just mark out and then lighten slightly using eye primer, and then I'm going to use that Phoenix shade, I think. And we're gonna see how that looks. So let's give this a try. Let's be a little bit more. I always wonder, it's like when people put the base on and then they put the color over top to do a cut crease, and it's like you're covering most of the work you just did, but it is definitely to bring some color over top and to give a bit of a, it feels like a base to the color. Okay, so there we go. Just lightened that a little bit and gave it a bit of sticky. Using my little Suba brush here. Got a whole bunch of those in the Build Your Box sale. Just slammed it full on top of brushes. And I brought a little spray. A couple of these I used in the palette already, but that one looks good. Okay, so we're gonna go into this shade of Phoenix that turns a lot of different colors. If you swatch it, oh yeah, see? Here or there, you can kind of see easier that it goes into all these colors. And let's do it here. Ooh. Yeah, it's all, and then like I said, I see more purple, so it's like really hard sometimes to get it to shift on camera, but when I look at it front on, it kind of goes from a green to bronze to purple, but on there, I don't think you see the purple part, but oh well. It is what it is. All right, so we are gonna go into that, and then we're also gonna give it a bit of spray, so let's go into Phoenix. Oh, pretty. There where you can see the purple a little bit. Anyways, pretty. So let's see what happens when we get it on the eye. Look at that. See, there you can see the green and gold, and then kind of the purple. Nice. Wow, that's really pretty. That is very, very pretty. Huh. All right, let's do the other side. Maybe you can probably see that a little bit better. Doing on that side. So again, let's dip in there a little bit more spray. And then on this side. This brush is really good. This is the Sigma E60. It's the large shader. This is very good. I like that it's flat, but still has a little floof give, so it's not too stiff. And there we go. Wow. Look at that. Now, did I get a little fallout with that? I might have got a drop or two with that, so I'll be careful. That is really nice. Wow, I really like that. Wowza, wowza. Alrighty, so we're gonna need something to kind of pop the inner corner there. It is a little bit dark. Let's take a brush here. I mean, I could go into the Elevate shade. Let's see if there's something in here that I like. Yeah, I think I want to do shimmery. I think maybe the shade Healing might be good. Let's try that. Let's put the shade Healing into the inner corner of our eyes. I haven't used that shade yet, so I'll put a little on here. Oh yeah, see, that's nice. So just clean it off before dipping back in here again. Okay, so I did grab myself a couple liners. So this one I had got through Amazon. It's from a brand called Medora, and it is like a traditional kohl liner, and this goes really, really nicely into the waterline. So I'm just going to add a little bit of this. Okay, there we go, just to do that. And then I also bought my favorite liquid eyeliner. This is from Amaterasu. It is a local Vancouver brand. I think I might want to use that just to kind of like do a really small wing, but more to darken the lash line a little bit more. Find if I have more darkness near the lash line and then I use mascara, it makes me look like I have a few more lashes than I do. There we go. Yeah, it's a little bit more of a darker edge too. So, yep. And then for mascara, we're going to use my Lash Princess, which is a favorite. There we go. Yeah, that has some nice shifts to it, and you can actually see them. I like that. And then to finish up, I'm going to use, I've got this Kimchi Chic liner. This is kind of like a neutrally lip. I've been digging this liner. You can finally get Kimchi at London Drugs and some Shoppers Drug Marts, and definitely Shoppers Drug Mart online. I got this at the London Drugs. My Shoppers is too small, so they didn't get it at the time. I mean, no, they might do now. I try to steer clear of the makeup section now that I'm on a no buy. Yeah, I can't see a shade on there, but it's this one. All right, and then lastly, I've been really liking this from Colored Rain. It was one of the ones that I got in the mystery box, and I did bring glasses this time because I always forget the shade, even though I put it on my mouth all the time, and it is Lotus. There we go. All right, so makeup is done. I'm just gonna go and fix my bangs and stuff, and then we can come back to final thought. And dang, this girl needs a bang trim. Alrighty, well that's it. That is our look with the Phoenix Born from the Ashes palette. I think this looks really good. Thank you so much, Martha, for the loan. This is an absolutely great color stories. Got these beautiful fun oranges. You've got reds, yellow, neutral, couple fun multi-chromes. This is a really nice palette. If you've been wanting to try Arttitude Cosmetics and this is a color story that speaks to you, I highly recommend. It is very good. I've really enjoyed this. I like the look that we created. Thank you again so much, Martha, for letting me have a chance to play with some Arttitude Cosmetics. It was a joy. So if you liked this video, if you could please give it a like, comment, and subscribe, and maybe even hit that notification bell, it'd be greatly appreciated. If not, that's okay. We can still be friends. We can still try new brands together. Better late than never. As always, behave, make good choices, and we will talk to you soon. Okay, bye-bye.